Hey lovely, it's your girl Diamond Drip here. Welcome back. In this week's blog post, I'm going to be giving sort of a mushroom recap. It is officially like 1 week post mushroom. My dosing experience gave me the wonderful privilege of being able to have a little bit more self-compassion and self-forgiveness in terms of my creative path, but in all things. The experience left me with feelings of calm, less stress, and an overall optimism that I didn't have before. A week post, I am still feeling that lack of stress, that innate urge to be creative and take those creative risks. I still feel, if I had to pick a word other than peace, I'd say happier a week post-op. Before the trial, I was a daily smoker, and that was one of the things that I had to give up in order to qualify for the trial. And so last week, I officially started back smoking again, and I am happy and still a little sad to report that my tolerance is low. I introduced edibles into the equation last week. I took a bite of the THC Wicks that currently comes with like one of the stickers on the site, and I ate it around 7 o'clock, and around 8:30 I was like, oh, I still don't feel it that much. I was like, oh, maybe my tolerance for edibles is like fine. Maybe I'll be one of those people who can eat an edible and then smoke and then have two different reactions. This was not the case. I smoked a little bit that night since I figured that the edible wasn't going to hit me as hard. And because of that, by the time the edible really did kick into gear, it was already after I had fallen asleep. And so I ended up sleeping in until a little bit after 9 the following morning, just because like I still had THC that needed to get out of my system. So edibles still hit. They just take a little longer to hit me, which is fine. And I'm still getting through my rolled up blunts, one half at a time. I will say that since incorporating THC back into my daily regimen, I haven't had a problem with sleep. When I was on my THC break, I tried a wide range of things. I tried CBD, I tried CBD gummies, I tried 2 or 3 different types of melatonin, and none get me to sleep and keep me to sleep the way that smoking or even eating an edible will keep me asleep. So that is one thing I'm happy to say I haven't had to worry about post-dose. So because I had a lot of powerful insights on my mushroom journey, I really wanted to make sure that I focus at least a few times out of the week by meditating and kind of just revisiting some of the things that I thought about during my song journey. And I have kind of like a mantra, which I haven't changed into something catchier yet, but it's this kind of notion of just go with the flow. Whenever I feel like something is about to get overwhelming or I feel like I didn't plan it enough, I just kind of say to myself, hey, it's okay, go with the flow. And so far, that plus breathing a lot, plus the meditation piece really helps me keep my zen. And so I think that I want to implement microdosing. Microdosing is taking no more than 0.5 grams of mushrooms, so it doesn't get you those like psychoactive properties, the synesthesia or anything that happens when you actually trip on psilocybin. Instead, you get the light benefits of the psilocybin activating the dormant serotonin receptors in your brain, and because of that, it acts as kind of an antidepressant. I think it also, because I'd be starting microdosing this, I guess soon, for lack of a better word, after the dosing, I think it'll help me hold on to those meditating experiences that kind of guide me from the experience. So, microdosing. I tried it before, not in this kind of enlightened space that I'm in now. So I'm curious to see what the implementation of microdosing after my large dose will continue to happen in terms of benefits. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, guys.